YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. I'm gonna give y'all some time to tune in, just in case these notifications ain't go out. Apologies for those that was waiting. I had to push back for phone reasons. I had to charge up this sucker. I didn't know my phone was damn near dead. But I try to keep a full battery when I'm speaking to the people, depending on how long I'm gonna be speaking to the people. But yeah, I want to make sure my phone was fully charged. For those that was tuned in yesterday, I still plan on doing the StreamYard tomorrow. And I'm gonna bring up a specific topic, and I'm gonna have the link pinned in case anybody want to chime in on the topic. Nah, we do things. Today is going to be kind of light, but, feel like we need to do some form of reiteration on a few things like I was speaking about yesterday. But, first things first, hopefully everybody's having a blessed and productive hump day. For those in the city, hopefully y'all keeping yourselves hydrated. In certain areas, it's kind of cloudy. We might be getting a thunderstorm later. So in the event we do get this storm, y'all make sure you got your umbrellas ready and everything else, But again, make sure you keeping yourselves cool and hydrated. For those that could be on the beach, by the pool, same thing. Make sure you got enough water. Also make sure that you are keeping yourselves cool as possible. Wet towels, all of that, because this heat and humidity is unbearable. And if you're in areas where the sun UV is at its highest peak, unless you necessarily have to be out, don't be out and about. Try to keep yourselves safe. Try to keep yourselves under the AC if you can. The bare necessities, basically. Good. My phone is at 100. I had to make sure my phone was fully charged, y'all, because like I said, the worst thing you can do is try to do a stream and your phone is damn near dead. I think I did that maybe once and got successful, but I don't want to get cut off, especially when the messages is coming out clear. Serious, baby. Be safe on that road, baby. Hold on one second, y'all. I gotta fix something real quick. Hold on. Damn it, my Lord. My bad, y'all. But yeah, hopefully everybody is smoothly getting through the work day if you're working. For those that might be out and about, like I said, whether it's with family or you by the dolly, make sure you're keeping yourself safe, cool. And if you're feeling weird, if your body's feeling out of pocket, out of place, make sure you're taking yourself to the nearest doctor or the emergency room and get yourself good. Appreciate everybody that tuned in yesterday for the conversation at hand. Definitely was a good one that was needed, and I know some of y'all was definitely feeling the vibes yesterday. Yeah, we was on that beach yesterday wilding. And I think I'm going to try to do one again. I'm going to see how this weekend pans out. Try to get this tripod thing together so I could at least get some good shots, some good views. And at some point, some of y'all can see me dive in the water like a muff. But yeah, definitely appreciate everybody that popped in for the convo. Appreciate those that was in the bushes watching. Keith, what's going on, my guy? For those that might have missed it, you could definitely catch yesterday's replay. Today, I'm going to reiterate a little bit, and I'm going to say this again. We got to have this conversation, y'all. We got to have this conversation about unruly kids. I'm sorry to say it that way, but there's a lot of disrespect that's going on, and at some point, we as the adults are going to have to start putting our foots down when it comes to the respect level. Because regardless to what, You know, again, there should be respect all around the board. You know, you got to teach them from a small age that respect is necessary and is needed, especially if you're trying to go far in life. You know, you can't go far when you sitting here disrespecting, especially the generation that came before. You know, like I said, you know, it's levels to this. You know, Didi baby. You know, it's definitely levels to this. So, you know, these are the type of talks we need to have regardless. Um, I'm gonna get into prime example. Now, I got a text from one of my peeps, and they was basically saying how there's certain scenarios now that's about to be changed in the apartment complexes. So, like prime example, I would say this to the adults first. If you know you got bulk garbage, whether it's furniture or anything along those lines, and it has to be taken outside, please take it outside to its proper places so it could be discarded of the proper way. Because when you leaving garbage or when you leaving certain things and bulky objects, and prime example, the hallway areas or near your doors or even in the staircase areas, the way some of these kids is moving nowadays, especially when some of them are crying about they bored, they'll find something to get into, and it's gonna be something that could be traumatic, or it could be something that's gonna, you know, possibly cost you where you live at. Bronze, what's going on? You know, like prime example, some of y'all that's living in these complexes, y'all think it's cool that you're not checking your kids on certain situations, but guess what? When you don't do that, you can end up getting your lease terminated. Prime example, if your kids is out here starting fires or doing certain things along those lines, especially within the confines, and it gets found out, guess what? You're gonna be getting your lease terminated. Because there should be no reason why a fire department or cops or anybody else should have to keep coming in because they getting a call about something. And to come to find out, you know, it's just things that are happening because you're not checking your children, you know? And that's the thing, though. Again, discard of your trash the way you're supposed to. I don't care if you are living in the projects, the complexes, whatever. You know, again, there's just some things you have to be responsible for. And not just the young ones, the older ones, too. You got to be responsible. You know, if you leaving a mattress out in the area, prime example, and now these kids that are crying about being bored, and that's another thing we're gonna talk about. When kids talk about their bored, usually when they get bored, how they said idle minds will start doing things that they know they shouldn't be doing. But the sad part about it all is it shouldn't even be that way because, you know, it's like you gotta look at it. There should be no reason why your child is crying about being bored and they not even outside. They sitting around still in these areas. Instead of them saying, let's go out and go do something. Now you want to hang out in hallways. You want to smoke, drink, and try to be grown. Instead of saying, let me just get out and go find something to do. Let me find something that really is going to pique my interest, you know, and let me get into that. You know, and that's the thing, though. When these type of situations and scenarios happen, you're going to get a problem or you're going to have a problem. And I'm speaking to those that even live in the city. Like, at some points, we got to start doing better. We have to. Because, again, you know, it's like we are supposed to be setting the example. Now, you know, kudos and I commend those who are actually sticking to the protocol. But for those who ain't, it's time for y'all to wake up. It's time for y'all to realize that there's only going to be so much you or your children are going to do before you end up losing your place of residence. And if you don't have no solid backup, no nothing, not even a spare house or apartment that you can go to, what you going to do but be living out in the streets? What happens if you in a situation where you don't have real family or you got family, but they ain't trying to let you stay there? They ain't trying to let you and your kids stay there. Guess what? You know, again, these are things you're supposed to check. You know, prime example. Now, in one person's building, they already let it be known. At a certain time, if you didn't throw out whatever garbage, you're going to have to wait till in the morning. But if they find out you taking or putting out garbage or doing whatever at a certain time now, and they get sent to those offices, guess what? They could come and terminate your lease. And if they feel it's that severe, they won't give you that 30 days. They'll probably give you 10 days at best, and then you got to beat the hell up out of it. And if you ain't prepared on no level, no way, shape, or form, what you gonna do then? That's why I said some of y'all have to check your children, because again, you don't know what they could be getting into. And just the simplest things, or even just the things that they shouldn't be doing, could mess around and have y'all all homeless. You gotta think about it. You are fortunate enough and lucky enough to have a place and a roof over your head. There's some people who wish they had a roof over their head. There's some people who did have a roof over their head. They lost theirs due to other situations, you know, and now they trying to get back where they need to get at, you know. And then for some of y'all, you need to chill out, because guess what? All they waiting for is for them to get you up out of here and put somebody else in your position. You know how many people still is in these shelters, whether it's domestic violence, families, or whatever the case is, they waiting to get in these apartments. So guess what? You could be paying your rent on time all the time. It don't matter. The minute you violate any form of contract or whatever, when it comes down to these people, they will be ready to kick you out quick. You're going to have to go to a housing court just to go through the procedures and all that other stuff. And then if they still decide they want to get rid of you, there ain't nothing you're going to be able to do. Because the things you should have done to keep yourself from being in a situation where you could possibly be homeless, you're not doing it. Prime example, make sure that your kids are actually going outside. Like, see, this is what I'm saying. See the difference? And I don't care what people might say about, oh, that was back in the day. No, there are some things that, again, was tradition, and the tradition should have still kept going, you know? Like I said, there's no way in the hell you could tell me you're going to allow your kids to just be running around all throughout the buildings. You letting your kids run around in certain areas, and then guess what? They get into some mischief, and now that's something that's being reported on your end. You know, like I said, it's just time to stop letting these kids run wild and be unruly. And that is the problem. We got adults right now who act like they scared to put their foot down. Like what I was saying also about unruly kids. Again, the disrespectfulness, the way they speak into these adults, the way they speak into the elders, the way they just don't care. And then the minute you do check them, now you have these other ones who now all of a sudden, y'all don't talk to my child like that. Oh, you ain't supposed to be saying that to them. Who are you to say this to them? That's the problem now. Nobody's saying nothing, and this is why they're getting away with too much. This is why they are at an influx. This is why they are failing. This is why they are falling victim to the systems. Because ain't none of y'all thinking to say, you know what, this ain't it. Enough is enough. You know, nah, we got to check this. And check it at the door. See, the difference was back in the day, guess what? Like I said, the village was a village. So even when they was coming from situations where the parents wasn't really there, they had other people in the community that actually cared and didn't give a damn. You don't got to be my child, but guess what? If I got to check you, I'm going to check you every chance I get until you get the message. It's not like that no more. Again, it's back to that, oh, it ain't mom's, it ain't my family, so it don't matter. But it should matter. You know, again. You know, and I think it's sad that, you know, there are some people who, guess what? They end up becoming the best things in life because they had a support system. You know, the people, whether it was their parents or not, didn't give up on them. The problem now is that some of us are too quick to give up on these kids. We figure, oh, well, since this is what it is, fuck them. And again, it shouldn't even be on that level. You know, it's time for us to really start setting the standards back again and start doing what's necessary. You know, again, if we want the best progression for these ones in the future, you know, we have to start eliminating, or at least start balancing out things that we need to balance out. Prime example. You can't expect that child of yours to have respect for you when you're not showing them the blueprint on how to be respectful. You know, and that's what I'm saying. You know, unruliness. See, like I said, prime example. I can even say 10 years ago, right? I can remember coming out, whether I was home or whether I was out and about for the night. When I would come out these people's areas, there would be kids outside playing. Teens, all of that. Everybody would either be in the parks, be somewhere where the sprinklers is at, or they would be on these basketball courts or these football fields. You know, having a good time. You know, interacting with others and, again, growing into who they're going to grow into. You don't see that shit right now. I granted it's hotter than buffalo piss outside right now, but guess what? 10 years ago, you'd have had a whole bunch of young ones and teens fiending to be outside. Nowadays, it seems like they ain't fiending to do nothing. The only thing they fiending to do is get high, get drunk, try to be grown, trying to get them some D or some P. Excuse me for saying it that way, but it's truth. Some of these people are trying to navigate on their own when, again, they too young to navigate. Because one minute they might want this, the next minute they might change their mind. So again, you know, we got to really start having these talks. We got to start banding up together all in all, because again, how are we going to set the bar, or how are we going to change some of the effects that are taking place now if we not standing together? Like I said, I can remember back in the days you had the hustlers who, they might have been sitting on the block all day, but guess what? Those same hustlers had kids of their own. So again, if they was keeping their kids away from some of the stuff, you know, they was going to keep your kids from that stuff. It's not like that no more. You could see a kid that you know for a fact supposed to be in school, but instead you see certain ones trying to sell them weed. You see them ones trying to sell them drugs, the hard stuff. Come on now. How is that going to be beneficial? Like I was saying yesterday, how is that beneficial for you as an adult to allow a child to be partaking in things they shouldn't be partaking? See, we quick to say that, oh, we lack resources, we lack this, we lack that, but in the same token, we don't lack enough. You want to know why? Because again, we still have a strong mind. We know there's certain things that could be done. There's certain programs that are free that we're not taking advantage of. And then the programs that are not free, guess what? We have people who can be a part of that and can be helping towards the situation, but they're not. And you want to know why? Because some of these people are trying to be mindful, because they trying to make sure if they donating to something that's not a scam. And that's another thing we got to start calling out. The scams. You know, like, now think about it. There's no way people are donating more than $1,000, $2,000 towards a cause, and then they see it's not going nowhere. It's not going to the programs or going to these things that it's supposed to go to. So that's going to always be the problem. Some people feel like, oh, well, I ain't doing this because that could be a scam. Well, if you feel it's a scam, do your research. For some of y'all want to Google everything, so Google up and make sure that these situations are not what they are. Make sure that they're not scams. Make sure these is legit programs and legit things that, you know, the money is going towards. You know, we keep trying to say, oh, we need the government's help. We need the government's assistance. To some degree, we don't. There are some programs that are free, or there's some programs we could take advantage of. We as the people could try to allocate and bring certain things back. Like, it's certain areas that are lacking the outreach programs, especially for those who need the outreach. You know, this is the thing. You expecting these kids not to be part of certain situations, like even street situations, but look what you're doing. You're not standing firm, you're not standing tall. So now here we have it, you know. Now we have a situation where the kids are looking more towards the streets. And in certain cases, it's not just the streets. They looking towards all this shit that's going on the internet, man. Yeah, internet does have, you know, internet and social media does have some form of a play when it comes down to what's going on with this younger generation now. But it's also some of the older folks that are trying to be young again that are the problem. Appreciate you, my guy. You already, but this is what I'm saying. We are lacking decency, and we are also just lacking the moral compass to say, this ain't right. We got to definitely change and switch this up if we want better. Like I said, you don't know how many programs, that are free right now that we could be taking advantage of, and then we could actually get to a point where we start creating our own. This way, we don't always have to look for it or look towards these people for the help that we could be helping ourselves to a degree. Another thing some of y'all are failing to do is actually read and understand what some of these programs, are involved with and how it can be, positively affecting, what we need to, and reaching out to those that actually need to reaching out to. Like I said, we cry about certain programs that are being cut. Guess what? There's other programs we could bring into existence if we utilize the free programs or we utilize the free, resources that are given to us. Prime example, if you could possibly change something in your community with just the simplest thing, like, all right, I got the money to buy a building. If I know it only cost me, prime example, $10,000 to get the building and maybe whatever else to try to, get things going in that building, why not do it? See, I can remember even when we didn't have certain resources in our communities, the parents and the village came together to make sure we had what we needed. So guess what? If we was missing certain after-school programs, there was other programs and available for those who are trying to get their kids involved in something. I think that's another thing we are not doing as much. Colton, what's going on, my guy? I think that's something that we missing. We are not trying to allocate the right funds towards the right situations. Again, we're not pushing these kids in a good direction. Prime example, there are some kids out there who are very intelligent. I wouldn't say idiot savants, but they are very high intelligent. So they could be borderline geniuses, prime example. But when they feel like they're not being challenged, and that's what it is. Some of them are only acting out or trying to act out because they're bored. They could be the smartest kids, know damn near what they need to know, but after a while they'll get bored because they're not being challenged. They're not being, challenged the way they should be challenged. They're not, they're not seeing the light. So in certain situations, you gotta push them into something good. Once you push them into that ocean, things will get better. You'll see the change because some people have come from that. You could be the smartest one in school, but if you feel like you're not being challenged enough even by the teachers, now you as the parent, you're gonna have to figure out something. You're gonna have to place these kids in something in order for them not to go down that other road. But again, some things do start from home. Like, what are you going to teach your children? Outside of trying to be grown, outside of teaching them music, teaching them these little trends and dance steps, what are you going to teach them? What are you going to teach them? Because again, you are their first teachers. And people hate to hear that, but it's true. You are your child or your guardian. If you're a guardian of somebody, you still are their first teachers. What they learn and what they put out there in the world, that starts from home. That's why I said, like, prime example, respect. Respect need to be taught at a certain age. Don't wait until they get into their late stages or almost into adulthood to want to try to check things or try to teach them something, because they ain't going to want to hear it. But if you teach it and if you instill that in them when they're young, by a certain age, they'll get where you're coming from. They'll get what it means overall. You know, like I said, get your kids involved in any type of program you can get them into. And for some of y'all, you still have opportunities and chances to do so. You know, because some of these programs are not fully dried up yet. You know, you could possibly still make a difference. You know, like prime example, there are some of these outreach programs that are not actively running no more or almost out the door because, again, nobody wants to donate their time. Nobody wants to donate their energy. You know? And then you have some who don't even want to try to donate funds. Like prime example, if you know we need certain things, then why not be a part of trying to, you know, do the right thing? Why not say, well, you know what? I can't offer you my time, but if you need this, I can offer this. Well, I can't offer you money, but if, you know, if you need me to do this, or if you need me to help out with tutoring or doing this, I got you. If I can't do it, I got people who are willing to do so. You know, again, the community in the village, they used to do exactly what they were supposed to do, even when they didn't have much to really work with. And it wasn't so much as improvising. Again, it was just getting it together so we knew the young ones didn't follow a certain path. I'm sorry, but when it comes down to this younger generation, they shouldn't be looking always to social media. They shouldn't always be looking to the streets to raise them or to get answers. And that's what I'm saying. We have to get back to that standpoint. You know, because again, some of them are only acting out or doing certain things because they trying to navigate the world by themselves. They ain't got no real adults to help them or help them navigate with certain things. So guess what they're going to do? You know, they're going to try to figure it out on their own. And in some cases, that's not going to be a good thing. Because after a while, they're going to get to that point of, well, if I'm not getting the proper help or nobody gives a fuck, why should I give a fuck? But that's where some of that unruliness comes into play too. Because again, we got to set the bar high. We have to set the standards the way we supposed to. You know, and some people are just, again, you too hell-bent on this, well, if it ain't mine, if it ain't got nothing to do with me and mine, F it. It ain't got nothing to do with me. Got to stop with that mindset. You know, again, you got some parents out there who are doing what's necessary, and I applaud y'all for keeping those type of things under wraps. We need it. You know, because in this generation right now, there's certain things that are failing, and it's only failing because, again, we are not standing together. Like I said, I'm from that era where even when the hustlers was out and about, you know, regardless to what, they didn't want to see none of the kids getting into certain things. Shoot. And even when we had ones who thought they was going, yo, let me get some of that, or let me do this with you. No, you ain't doing this. What you going to do is pick this book up, and you better read something. I better hear that you doing better, or you going to do this. You ain't going to get this. Don't let me have to tell your moms. Don't let me have to tell your pops. Don't let me have to be that one that's going to burst your bubble. We don't have that no more. We got ones who feel like, oh, that's what you want to do. All right, well, here, take this. You shouldn't be enticing these kids on none of that. Because, again, if you don't want them to be burnouts, you don't want them to be unsuccessful, you got to try to push the right, you know, you got to push the right narrative. You got to push the right situations for them. You know, and it's sad, like I was saying yesterday, you got some adults who don't care. They will sit here and know that your kid is doing something wrong or know that your child is out here doing things they ain't supposed to be doing at their age, and they ain't saying nothing. Like I said, the community in the village at one point was what it was. There was no way you're going to tell me I seen your child or you seen my child and we ain't think to say, hold on, they ain't supposed to be getting into this. Wait a minute, what the hell they doing over here? That'd be like your child back in the day sneaking to the club. And there was situations like that where you had the young ones trying to act like adults or fake like they was adults, fake IDs and all that. But guess what? To the untrained eye, some of them might have thought, oh, they old enough to get in here, let them come in here. But to the trained eye, it wasn't no, the minute they looked If you don't get out here with this fake ID, go home. As a matter of fact, I'm keeping this fake ID, so you can't get another one. Kenny, what's going on, my guy? Angela, baby. For those that just tuned in, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. You know, that's what I'm saying. You know, we'll cry about, oh, we lacking the resources, we lacking this, but some of these resources we could be creating on our own. Or we could be creating new resources to where we don't have to always worry about, damn, what these kids going to do for the summer. What these kids going to do to keep out of the streets. What we going to do to keep these kids from joining the gangs. What we going to keep these kids doing from, you know, just living that life. You know? Nah, it's supposed to be that way, bro. Because again, we came from that era. Like I said, there was things I thought to get into. I didn't get into it because guess what? I knew somebody would have told my moms or would have told my uncle or would have told one. Man, listen. I'd have been having to hear a whole bunch of shit I didn't want to hear when I came home. Oh, so you went and did this and then go do this? You know, like, come on. It was like that. It don't seem like that no more. Like I said, it seemed like every man for himself. We got to get out that mentality, man. Because again, we gotta think about it. When we long gone, who you think gonna be trying to quote unquote lead the new generation or lead the world? It's gonna be that future generation. It's supposed to be setting that blueprint, setting it high. Like I said, I came from the era where even the hustlers that was not working or doing whatever, oh, they were still working because guess what? Their job was to make sure their kids were safe and not being active in certain activities, and they was making sure other kids that's in that community wasn't following that same path, which was important. Let me would have dared to say something to one of them older folks like that was in my mom's age group. Yo, let me get some of that beer. What? Let me hit your mom and let her know that's what you asked me. Shit. You get your whole head chewed off by the parent by the time you got home. You know, and that's what I'm saying. We did come from that, you know. And especially with nowadays, if you know you cool with some of these people in your communities, or you grew up with them, or you tight and close knit with them, you are supposed to do that. You are supposed to do your due diligence. Look, I seen your child over here. I don't know if you knew they was over here, or I don't know if you knew this is what they was doing, but you need to sit down and talk with them. And that would be about it. You know, in some instances, the child wouldn't even think about doing certain things no more because they would have to worry about, damn, this person might see me. Or I don't know who my parents really know over here. They probably might know people over here. Let me not do nothing over here that's going to get me in trouble. You know, at some point, we have to really just, we got to stop following this notion of no one cares. See, prime example. If I didn't care, if I didn't feel a type of way about anything, you wouldn't catch me on here giving out nothing or saying nothing. I wouldn't care because it don't involve me. But when it does become a problem and a systematic problem, now you got to be on board with it, you know? Like I said, I remember one year I had somebody saying, oh, I heard you ain't want to pass my kid the blunt. Yeah, I wasn't passing your kid the blunt. Just like I'm not passing you one. What the hell are you talking about? I'm not passing you one because, again, I don't rock with you like that. And why would I pass your kid one? Or why would I pass your kid a beer or anything that I know they ain't supposed to be doing? So what, I could be in trouble? You ain't going to be getting no endangering the welfare of a child over here on my behalf. Shit. And that's the mindset that most of you adults should have. Anything that you know could be endangering the welfare of a child, you need to get the hell up out of that. Because when your ass do get wrapped up, guess what? That's a serious charge right there. Whether they're your kids or not. You're endangering the welfare of a child. Because what you give them could possibly have them tweaking out. What you give them could possibly put them in a situation where now they put themselves deep in the rabbit hole. So I said, you know, if you can't see certain things by now, shoot, you ain't gonna never see them. And it's sad. Because again, you want the best for them, right? You want to see them do a lot more than what they're doing. Nobody want to see no young ones going in jail before they even 18. Again, there's some things that we could definitely counteract and try to change. But again, it's about the unity in things. Give me a second, y'all. But just like I said, when there's no unity amongst the adults, when there should be unity, guess what? We're going to get nothing but destruction. Just like prime example, if some of these kids was coming from situations where the parents wasn't really involved, we had people in the communities involved. That's how some of these kids ended up being successful in life. That's how some of these ones ended up learning respect, dignity, responsibility, so on and so forth. Because we had people who actually was about that. We didn't have people who was always playing follow the leader. And that's the problem now. There's too much follow the leader. Instead of saying, let me be a leader in my own right. Prime example. There's some of y'all who got your kids in school, but you think it's cool for your kid to be disrespectful towards somebody who's supposed to be teaching them for those couple hours out the day. And then some of y'all, again, expect the teachers to do everything for them. No, you got to do things for them as well, too. And I never understood that, because guess what? You got some of these kids who are in school acting out, trying to fight grown-ups and teachers and do all this other stuff, and some of them only doing that because they trying to impress their friends. Especially the ones who are coming from those bad backgrounds where there's no real, no leadership and unity. That's why I say, you gotta teach them respect. At the end of the day, these ones are still adults. And if they doing what they need to do, or they trying to do what's necessary to try to help you, or, you're supposed to have that respect. Because again, you could be just sitting here looking lost in the sauce and looking dumb. But again, when these things are not being taught at home, or when these things are not being taught within the areas you dwell in, you're going to get that. Sad, but though, it really is. This is why I said, at some points, you got to start banding together. When we know there's certain things that are out of pocket and we need to check it, we need to be able to check it. And some of y'all need to stand up and stop being scared. I would also say in certain instances, there's some of y'all parents out there who need to stop being blind and ignorant to the facts. You can't get mad if another adult checks your child on something, especially if it's trying to correct them and put them in a better position. Especially if you ain't trying to do it, you can't get mad about it. It wouldn't be that way if you would just stand on your principles, stand on your basis of everything. It doesn't matter if you're working a full-time, part-time, or no job at all. You still have an active responsibility to be a part of your kid's life. And if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, guess what? Your kid is not going to be as successful as you think they're going to be. Not unless you really taking those necessary steps. Your kid ain't going to be nothing outside of, how they say, a common criminal or thug, like they always want to label us. That's all they going to get looked at as. It's time to change that narrative and change that damn perspective of things. It's important. Like, even down to my melanated folks. Some of y'all get tired of being labeled or getting, criticized or ridiculed or getting labeled. But guess what? What are you doing to change that? What are you doing to try to make things better? What are you doing to prove that we could beat the odds? It's a question that should be asked. But when you ask that question, some of them will try to give you 1,000 excuses. Oh, well, I'm busy. I've been working. I'm doing this. Okay. My mom's was a hard worker. I'm going to use me for an example. My mom sometimes would be working more than 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day, like a nigga would be working. And guess what? She still made sure my homework was done. She still made sure I ate. She still made sure that whatever was going on, she got down to the bottom of things. If it was things that was going on in my school that I didn't make aware of, she was aware of it already. Y'all not doing that now. Like the checkup on your kids shit, even if it is just to check up and make sure everything is everything, y'all not even doing that no more. And when you do go up in some scenarios, y'all coming in pajamas, y'all coming in this, you coming in that. Like you don't care about yourself. You're not keeping yourself the way you're supposed to keep yourself. It's crazy. And this is not a shot. This is just real life right now. Again, you had parents who was working, especially back in the days. Mothers and fathers could have been working more than 10 hours a day. Guess what? They made sure everything was where it needed to be at. Kids' homework was done. Whatever they needed for the next day was out and about. They closed. And that's another thing too we got to speak about. There's some of y'all who might be in a situation, but you don't allow your kids to go out at any old type of anything nowadays, because guess what? The first thing the people will say is, well, what the hell is going on at home? Making sure that your kids got clean clothes, making sure they got food in their refrigerator, things that are important. Because now, prime example, if somebody decide they want to be a real concerned parent or just a concerned individual, and they decide to call those people on you, what you gonna do then? Now you got to deal with, now you have to deal with them. Because the case ain't going to be open and closed just like that. No, they going to make sure that this is not what's going on, that these kids are not being abused and neglected. And some of y'all should understand that. It's easy to bring a child into the world, right? But it's also easy for your child to get taken away from you, especially if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing as an adult. Let that sink into your head. It is easy as 1, 2, 3. Somebody could call those folks on you, and now you have a whole active child care case on you that you don't need. It's bad enough to some degree. You got kids now who are calling the folks on their own parents. And some people fail to realize that too. Even these young ones fail to realize that too. You putting yourself into a dangerous situation by calling the folks on your folks. Come on. Just because you might not be getting your way, that doesn't mean you call the folks on them. That's why I said it's certain things we have to start putting back into perspective. Definitely got to start changing. This is why I come with these messages. Doesn't matter what we speak about, just know it's going to be spoken about, and also know that we coming from a real place. Again, we have to get back to that notion of actually trying to care about certain things. If we want certain things to change for the better, we have to, again, start thinking better, start being better. Start making careful plans and carefully executing these plans. So again, we could try to fight back and reverse some of the damage that's already been done. In some areas, you can reverse damage. Life, in my opinion, is almost like a surgery. You might be damaged. You might have to get surgery. But with careful planning, execution, and knowledge, you can reverse whatever damage you're going through. It might take some time to get back to where you need to get to, or it could be a speedy process, depending. But if you're not willing to take the necessary steps and keep your foot on the gas pedal, or if you just decide you're going to quit before it even really gets to a certain area, guess what? It ain't going to be right. Even once you done did the surgery, right, you still got to go through rehab. You still got to go through careful processes. That's just like how it is with life right now. There's certain things that can be reversed. But again, we got to be knowledgeable and band up. Yeah, some of y'all act like you scared to hear certain things, but guess what? You're going to have to hear these things. Because again, in order for things to be more progressional, we got to eliminate that process of a negative mindset. Just because, prime example, you live in the ghetto or you live in the hood, that don't mean that that's your last option. And even if you feel like this is where you're going to resonate at and where you're going to stay at, you still have to be active in certain scenarios. Oh, quick intermission. I do want to give a happy birthday shout out to Wellness with Frugal Mama. Again, hopefully you enjoying yourself, sis. Another year, another blessing. Anybody that is celebrating birthdays this week, this month, or for the rest of this month, basically. Um, again, keep yourselves healthy, keep yourselves safe. Enjoy your every moment, and keep creating those memories. But this is what I'm saying. We have to get back to this notion of not fearing. Only thing we should fear is a higher power. But when it comes down to certain scenarios, now we got to stand on our principles. Because again, at some point, when do we say enough is enough? We can't sit here and mope and cry about certain situations, but we ain't trying to help better the situation. We just being a part of the problem. Prime example, like I said, if your kid is being unruly, your kid is doing things that you know for a fact could land them in jail or possibly land them in an early cemetery plot, you would want to get on top of that. And I'm going to be honest with you. For some of y'all, the physical discipline might work, but at certain points, that physical discipline ain't going to work because they done got immune to it. They ain't feeling that pain. So in certain situations now, you got to let them see things for themselves. Let them see the error of their ways. Let them learn about that accountability and responsibility process. Or better yet, when the physical discipline ain't working, you got to give them the verbal discipline. Okay, you think this is a game? You think you know everything? Watch this. Let them see it for themselves. Then they'll start seeing what you've been talking about. Why you go hard the way you go hard. Why you do the things that you do. Because again, it's about trying to shape these kids up and shape them for the better and place them in the right direction. You want your child to be a failure? And again, there's certain things that are happening because again, the adults are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And I'm not saying no, but there are some of y'all who are setting your kids up for the ultimate downfall, whether you believe that or not. It's time for y'all to shape up better. You can't cry about, oh, my child didn't do this, or my child ain't ish. And, yeah, well, what did you do? What did you do to help the situation so that child wouldn't be in that position? You didn't do nothing. You sat back because you wanted to live your life or because you wanted to do what you wanted to do. You didn't think about your child. You didn't think about your children. And that's one thing I'm getting tired of hearing to a degree. My child didn't deserve this. My child didn't this. My child didn't that. How would you know if you're not paying attention to your child? This is something I keep saying. How would you know if you ain't paying them no attention? How would you know if you ain't giving them the ample type of love, time, and opportunity that you're supposed to? How I expect my kids to learn reading, writing, arithmetic, and all that other stuff if I'm not the one trying to help them? I'm sorry. It seemed like to some degree we've gotten to a stage of lazy parenting. And that is going to be a lot of these kids' downfalls. I'm sorry to say it. Lazy parenting. Parents not being where they're supposed to be at. Like I said, you could be having an active 9 to 5. You could be working more than 9 hours out the day. It doesn't matter how long you're working. It doesn't matter if you're a single parent, if you're married, you got a baby father or a baby mother that's present and everything is everything. You still have to be active. You still have to be visual when it comes down to your children. Like I said, how can you even sit here and try to say, oh, my child didn't deserve this or my child didn't do this? How would you know, again, if you wasn't being active, if you wasn't being responsible? You won't know. You're just going to make an assumption. And a lot of times those assumptions will be, again, a downfall. There's some of y'all that really have to understand that. It's unfair when you're sitting here doing things along that nature. You're not giving your child no chance to progress, not giving your child no type of hope at all. And I think that's a problem right now. Again, we're not doing the bare minimum like we should. And I think that's sad, though. Again, you don't know what your child could possibly become. But if you're not doing what's necessary, guess what? That's going to be the problem. That's going to be a very, very serious problem. And it's time that we do better, It's time that we really start teaching from when we need to teach, the respect, the boundaries, and everything that, again, is necessary for their progressional growth. And some people might not want to hear that truth. Some people don't care. But at some point, you should care, because, again, you can't cry and mope about certain scenarios when you're not willing to be a part of the solution. Prime example, you got some parents now who, have done, they've done what they're supposed to do. Because, again, your best bet is trying to instill certain things in them. And when they do become adults, they make their decisions on how they going to move in life. And the most you can do as a parent is, again, you can still try to give the advice, you can still try to whatever, but just not trying or just half-ass parenting, you ain't going to get nowhere. And your kids will definitely pay the price or suffer. It's more about, again, growth and elevation. We are not trying to elevate these youth. We ain't trying to encourage them to do nothing. And for the ones that are, again, continue to push the ball forward. Continue to keep doing what's necessary, because guess what? You are making a difference, whether you believe it or not. But we definitely got to start getting back to a better mind state of things, for real. It's unfair that the generation behind us is suffering because we're not uniting the way we should be uniting. We're not taking the accountability the way we supposed to. We feel like, well, let them learn by themselves. No, in certain instances, yeah, they are supposed to learn certain things. Give them that. But there are some things we still going to have to be active on, and we still going to have to teach. Because, again, when they are navigating by themselves, it's not going to always be a good look. What they trying to find out or what they trying to navigate to, guess what? It ain't going to resonate. So I said we have to continuously keep building the blueprint. Again, why should they suffer? Why should they have to go through whatever just because we stop caring? And the minute you show that you don't care, guess what? That's going to be another problem. That's why I said we have to definitely start reaching out and doing the maximum things that are needed. Like I said, we already have the world around us that is changing. And it's changing. Some of it is changing for the good. Some is definitely changing for the worse. For things that's changing for the worse, in order for us to avoid a certain impact, we got to be able to get it together. Like I said, start involving your kids in more different activities, even if you got to be the one to do it yourself. Because again, you're going to be the main teachers for these ones. If y'all start utilizing some of these programs that are still existent, that don't really cost much to get involved with, you could change some of the dynamics that's going on. But again, the parents also have to be a part of that. You can't cry and mope no more. It is time to start taking these drastic steps and measures. And if you don't want to be a part of your child's growth and development, don't get mad when they don't grow and develop into anything. Don't get mad because they are not where they should be at. Because again, you didn't care. And I'm speaking to those that need to hear it. Because again, there's some of y'all who are still being irresponsible and careless. You want to bring life into the world, but don't want to be responsible for that life. And then when that life ends up getting cut short, or that life doesn't get to really grow and do anything because they locked behind a wall, you want to blame everybody else. No, you got to blame yourself. Again, take accountability and responsibility for your own situations. You need to start really watching who your kids hang around. Make sure that they not getting wrapped up in those situations that it could be detrimental to you and them. Again, start being more active. You can't be a half parent. You got to be a full parent. There is no breaks. Once they here, they here. What you plan on doing, hey, that's solely up to you. But when things don't go as planned, or when things just don't transpire the way it should, who can you blame? Just something to really think about for the day. Again, it's sad that these kids now in this generation are more focused on trying to get high, trying to get drunk, trying to be adults, trying to get into things that for a fact is going to have a real consequence and repercussion to. Prime example, you ain't teaching your kids about the birds and the bees before a certain age. Don't be surprised when you end up being a young grandparent. Don't be surprised when your child come home and say, I think I'm about to be a mother. I think I'm about to be a father. Because you're not being active. Again, when you take your eyes off them for long enough, you don't know what they could be getting into. For some, they might be getting into good things. For others, they are getting into trouble. And it might not be major trouble yet. But when it does get to a certain standpoint, guess what? It will be major trouble. Not just for them, but for you as well, the parent. Because again, you can't have parent nowadays. It's either you fully in or you out. Because to be quite honest, they didn't ask to be here just to be neglected. They didn't ask to be here just to have the bare minimum. And some of y'all are coming from this golden cloth. Some of y'all are coming from that golden cloth in that era where there was no days off. There was no keeping my eyes off you. Nah, we had to keep eyes on you at all costs. Because we don't know what you getting into. We don't know what kind of trouble you could get into. And then guess what? If we got to sit here and do whatever, this is something we going to have to deal with. Like even prime example, the difference between teen pregnancy now and back in the day, at least back in the day, even if it was a mistake that was made, guess what? The families were still united. It wasn't no just pushing you out and let you figure out things on your own. No, it was family unity and structure. And that's what we got to start remembering, structure. In order for certain things not to collapse or fall apart, you got to build a strong foundation. You're going to definitely have to be active in your children's life no matter what. And if you're not going to do so, then guess what? Expect failure all around the board. Or expect to take them longer to get to a certain place in life. You know, these type of talks I bring to the forefront because, again, I see this every day. I see children that I know, prime example, should be in school, but what they don't. I see kids that could be doing a lot better than what they doing. But guess what? As long as you have parents who are willing to allow their children to do whatever, say whatever, they're going to end up being whatever. And again, for some of y'all, you don't want your children to go through these type of injustices, or you don't want them to go through the hardships. You better get on board while you can. Because I'm telling you now, when you don't check certain things at a proper time, you're going to get very, very bad results. Like, again, if you're not teaching them how to be respectful, you're not teaching them manners, they ain't going to never learn that. And they going to think that when they get into adulthood, they could do that. I could say and do whatever, and people ain't going to do nothing but just accept it. No. You're going to have some people who are from that cloth that are not going to tolerate any form of disrespect. And they don't care who it's from. Respect is going to go a long way, because now if your children end up being in the workforce, or if they end up creating their own to a degree, you think anybody going to want to work for somebody who's not being respectful and mindful to certain things? No. And some people will say that. Why should I continue to work with or work around somebody that don't have respect on their own? Then they got to learn how to speak to people. How you think you're going to get certain opportunities if you talking to people in your type of way? Yo, son, you on... Like, wait a minute, huh? You got to calm that down. That's what I'm saying. You're going to teach them about aggression and being aggressive on certain scenarios. Guess what? It has to be on a positive construct. Like, yes, you have to be aggressive when you're playing certain sports, because, again, you got to give your all. You can't just go in there being lazy and thinking just because you got some talent that it don't, that you don't have to work as hard. No, you could be the most talented and still got to work hard, just like anybody else. You could be the most skilled and still have to work hard. That's what some people fail to realize. Regardless of what, you still have to put in work. So again, we got to get back to that notion of things. And again, parents are going to have to start standing up. The people within the community are going to have to start standing up. And when it's all said and done, we could try to get to a better place. But for some of y'all, I would say, prime example, there are some things you should look into and actually do the whole research. Don't just skim through it, or don't just forget about it just because you think you don't know. And that's one thing I am going to say. There's some of y'all who are allowing your peoples to fail because you don't want to feel stupid. You don't want to feel undermined. You don't want to feel like you're less than. But if you know you don't understand certain things, or if there's certain things you're trying to get a better understanding on, ask the people. Ask the people for some form of help. Again, it doesn't make you less than. That just shows that you're willing to learn, and that also shows that you're willing to do what's necessary for the better. You got some older folks right now who are trying to get help on certain things. That don't make them less smart. That don't make them worse than anybody. That just means they're willing to learn and they're willing to progress the right way. But they're trying to learn everything they need to learn. So again, they don't make these critical errors and mistakes. Something you should be thinking about. If I know I need help in something, prime example, that don't mean I'm slow. That don't mean I'm stupid. That don't mean none of the above. That just means I'm willing to elevate and learn something else new. Because you don't know everything. And don't be ashamed to ask for help. I would say that to anybody. Whether you're a parent or not, never be ashamed to ask certain questions. Never be afraid to explore your options and ideas. Don't feel like it's less than, because guess what? That's the type of wrong pride that's going to set you back. And it's going to hold you back. The goal is to progress and move forward, not move backwards. Because every time you take a step backwards, you're going to feel that shit. You know, I think that's important though, for real. Start building back that structure of things. You know, again, you gotta remember what's more important. The overall goal and the prosperity. But not gonna be able to prosper if you're not willing to progress, period. Prime example. We might be going through some form of recession right now, but we could be actually making strides to better progression, even during this time. But again, the people gotta be, gotta be open-minded. And again, you have to be willing to do so. Stand on it. When people try to eliminate certain things that could be progressive for us, we got to push back. Oh, why y'all trying to do this? Or what's going to make things better? Okay. So now we got to reverse and we got to push back the way we supposed to. The same way somebody could ask a crazy question like, oh, what's this supposed to do? What's this supposed to prove? Okay, and what is sitting on your ass not trying to be a part of a solution going to do for you? It ain't going to help you. It ain't going to benefit you. This is why I said we have to stand up. Regardless to how much opposition we get, we got to stand up and stand firm on our decision making. There's like you got some people, prime example, that don't want certain things to be built in their communities, but guess what? Those things could bring opportunity. And if you're not looking at it from the overall picture standpoint and the general picture, you only gonna see that shit from a tunnel vision view. Again, the goal is to create. The goal is to try to get back in a mindset that's conducive to being better. Like I said, for some people, how do you expect your children to be better, or how do you expect your children to be successful if you're not willing to try to put them in a successful position? You're not willing to teach them. You're not willing to show them how to be successful. You gotta remember, when they get into a certain age in life, now ain't nobody gonna be able to hold their hands no more. So it's either they know something or they ain't gonna know nothing. How they say it, it's either you got it or you don't. And if you don't got it, it's gonna take longer for you to get it. Why? Because now you gotta try to go through all the phases and steps that you should have been, through. Parents, it's time for y'all to start being more active again. And for real, don't drop the ball. Anything that could be a downfall for your children, you want to change that up, you know. Now there's some people who honestly don't care. They don't care because again, they are more focused on their lives. But I would always say this too, and even for those who are not parents yet, I'm speaking to y'all that need to hear it, especially you young adults. Before you decide to bring any form of life into the world, if you are not prepared to really be involved and to be active on all cylinders when it comes down to what you brought into the world or what you're trying to bring into the world, don't have them. Because what's the point of bringing them in here if you're going to watch them fail? If nobody watched you fail, then you shouldn't be looking for that next person to fail, period. But I could be honest with you, there are some people who are coming from a real messed up situation. So, as much as we try to, exclude that, or as much as we try to overlook that, we can't. Because there are some people who are just continuing the cycle that was already started down that family tree. Like I said, families need to start reuniting and start building better structure. And for those who are standing on those principles of making sure that the children are right, making sure that everything is safe and sound, again, continue to keep doing what you're doing. Don't let nothing stop you, But again, it's time for some of y'all to just stop thinking about yourself and think about the future. You want to make sure that when you're long gone, your future generations already have a blueprint set for them and they know how to go about it, and they're going to be able to, continue the reins of whatever. Like, prime example, there's some people who have family businesses that are keeping it amongst the family. Make sure you have the proper family who actually do want to keep everything in order and teach them what you need to teach them. Prime example, you might be running a grocery store, You want to keep that in the family, right? Guess what? You still have to teach certain ones in your family the business, whether it's your kids, your nieces, your nephews, your younger cousins, whoever. Just in case if something happens. You want to make sure that the things that you are building, the blueprints that you are setting forward, that they don't crumble and fall for nothing. Now, when I speak to my melanated folks, I'm going to tell y'all, we've had some people right now, if they was alive and seen what was going on, they would just do nothing but shake their heads. Because it's like, what the hell did we sacrifice for just to be, back at square one? We did a lot of things so we could try to help y'all and put y'all in a better position, and this is the things that they get. It's almost like a kick in the stomach. We sacrificed not just our times, we sacrificed spending time with our families, we sacrificed doing certain things that we could have been doing because we were so focused on trying to make sure that we were in a better position. And then this is the things we get. We back to square one. We more focused on being selfish instead of saying, nah, we got to stop being selfish. We got to think about our fellow brothers and sisters. We got to make sure that they're in a better place. Like I said, the mindset has definitely changed. And it's sad because in the long run, guess what? Who suffers more? It ain't you adults that's going to suffer. It's your kids, your nieces, your nephews, your younger cousins, whoever that's going to suffer. Because there's nothing for them to latch on to. There's nothing for them that's going to give them hope and inspiration to keep pushing forward with whatever in life. Those are things you got to worry about. You can't expect success to go throughout the generations if you're not doing the bare minimum to keep it. Like I said, for some of y'all, start looking into some of these aspects, because again, there are free programs that can help out, even give you a push and a boost into something different. When you close yourself off the opportunity, when you close that gate of opportunity, you ain't gonna get much. You ain't gonna receive much. It's basically like you cutting yourself off from the rest of society. Once you do that, you don't know what blessings could be around that corner. You don't know what could have possibly been or could be. Because again, you too boxed in. Again, for some that need to hear it, don't sell yourself short, and don't think just because you might have to get some help or get some information on certain things that means you're dumb. That means that you're not smart. No. Again, that just means you're willing to do what's necessary for the betterment of you and yours. Just remember that. But yeah, when we get back to the overall picture of things, guess what? The mindset will change. The goals will change. These narratives and these stigmas that are being placed upon us will change. And it's going to definitely be for the better and not for the worse. I always tell somebody, you want to prove that you're great, you want to prove that you're different from the rest, continue to stand on your principle and continue to just move the goalposts forward. You want to prove people wrong, you want to prove to the world that you're not a waste of space. Hey, push yourself for higher, push yourself for greater. You'll definitely see that difference. You want to shut somebody up, prove them wrong. Show them how far you can make it. Show them that with the hard work, dedication, and determination, and just with that right strength and right spirit, you can get anything done. The problem with some of y'all is that you're scared to fail. And that's another thing you're not teaching your kids about: failure. Just because you might have failed at something once, that don't mean you're going to fail again and again and again. Not in that same aspect. Prime example, like again, your kid probably was trying to be into basketball, right? Your kid probably didn't make the cut the first time around, but if they keep practicing, if they really serious about whatever, and you motivating them for something better, guess what? That second time around, they go for tryouts, they probably could make the team. You know, again, teach them about the simple things, even with the simple failures. Because, yeah, you're going to fail certain things. Not everything is going to transpire on that first go around. But again, if you're determined and if you're dedicated on what you are dedicated on, then guess what? That next time around could be better, you know? Prime example, you had some people who was trying to go straight for varsity. They didn't make varsity, but they ended up being on JV. That's still being a part of the team, even though it's not where you want to be at. But you could get to that varsity spot, you know, by doing what's necessary and, you know, again, working on your craft, elevating yourself, pushing yourself. And that's what we got to do sometimes. We got to push ourselves to certain limits so we can be greater, so we can be better. And then these ones will learn that too. But when we have no unity and structure, we just going to keep getting destruction and failure. Something that I want y'all to think about for the day. I'm still going to have this conversation tomorrow. Like I said, I'm going to reiterate on a couple things. I might add some things to the conversation, but I will be on StreamYard tomorrow, and I definitely will be dropping that link. So y'all already know when that link is dropped, y'all more than welcome to pop in. Not going to hold y'all all afternoon. I wanted to have just this light discussion today. And also, you know, I do owe y'all something. So, you know, I do owe y'all a little bit of madness. But like I said, I will definitely bring back this conversation tomorrow and a few other things. And guess what? When that link is pinned, y'all already know, y'all more than welcome to hit the link. It's always good to get different views and ideas because, again, we got to get to a better place. And in order for us to get to that better place, we have to stand strong and stand firm no matter what. No matter what the world is throwing at us, no matter what's changing in the world, we could actually make something else. And we could create something else that will be beneficial for the future. But yeah, we'll definitely finish off with this convo tomorrow. For right now, though, I feel like we have to get to, some good stuff. So, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to have a good time right now. We have to have a good time, y'all. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So, hold on one second. Hold on.
G-O-L-O-E, dog. Get one. Shawty said she really feeling me like, yeah. Oh, yeah. Shawty said she wanna roll with me. I said, yeah. Oh, yeah. She don't know that we going back to the crib, but she know that I'm on her. She don't know that we going back to the crib, back to the crib. She wanna roll with me, she wanna go with me, but she don't know I'm trying to take her back home with me. I told her I have a seat in my ride. She said I look like I taste good and she wanna eat me alive. She looking good in them new tall heels. I'm looking at her like a full course meal. Chill, I got all the girls checking me. They know I'm a dog, but they love my pedigree. Yeah, just call me Mr. Orgasm. And if you come with me, I guarantee you gon' have one. Hottest in the hood, freshest on the block. Why stop on this Gucci in the Louis that I rock? If not, I stay polo down to the socks. Ring chain and watch worth more than 4 knots. Temporary plates on the Audi R8. Diamonds match what I'm wearing. She can't stop staring. I said she really feeling me like, yeah. Oh, yeah. Shawty said she wanna roll with me. I said, yeah. Oh, yeah. She don't know that we going back to the crib, but she know that I'm on her. She don't know that we going back to the crib, back to the crib, yeah. Runway walk, beauty queen face, video body, see the curves in her shape, and everything her mama gave her, she know how to shake, thicker than a milkshake, and I'm trying to get a taste. Hair did, manicure, pedicure, attitude like Vivica, when she played it, set it off. She feeling my swag, she feeling my G. Not only is she dancing, she feeling on me, and I'm feeling you too. So I put my hands on her, just to let her know the feeling's mutual. Lil' mama, we could birthday text. Yes, I said text, but I know you know what I really meant. Tell me what you will do, tell me what you won't do. Tell me what you don't know how to do so I can show you. I'ma give it to you like I owe you. And after I'm done, I'ma tell you I told you. So, Shawty said she really feeling me like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, yeah. Shawty said she wanna roll with me. I said, yeah. Oh, no. She don't know that we going back to the crib, but she know that I'm on her. She don't know that we going back to the crib, back to the crib, yeah. Shawty said she really feeling me like, yeah. Oh, yeah. Shawty said she wanna roll with me. I said, yeah. Oh, yeah. She don't know that we going back to the crib, but she know that I'm on her. She don't know that we going back to the crib, we're going creep, yeah. You should know me. I can see myself in your future. That's hood, OG. Made up my mind, I'm choosing you. Don't say you won't. Trying to lean in, I'm feeling. Body's waiting on us. You meet me at the valley. Lamborghini breezy, I'm a transformer. Name you Mrs. Breezy. Done so hard, but I make it look easy. Do it like we do when we doing it for TV. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, no, no. Shawty said she wanna roll with me. I said, yeah. She don't know that we going back to the crib, but she know that I'm on her. She don't know that we going back to the crib, back to the crib, yeah. I'm like, yeah. Yeah. She don't know that we going back. Yeah. She don't know that we going.
Remix. Appreciate everybody that's rocking out. Those in the shadows, y'all make sure you hit that like button. If you're late to the conversation, definitely catch this replay or rewind what you missed. We in here though.
Said niggas must be sick. All you talk about is just get rich. Choke my neck, nigga, and ice my bitch. Beat the system with chains and whips.
This is culturally inappropriate.
You run from the spirit of repossession. Too much enamel covers your necklace. I buy bitches, you buy sections. You buy watches, I buy collections. Misery's fueling your aggression. Jealousy's turned into obsession. Reality TV is mud wrestling. Some sign checks I know better than. Beware of my name that there's delicate. You know I know where you're delicate. Crush you to pieces, I hum a breath of it. I will close your heaven for the hell of it. You think it'd be valor amongst veterans. I'm watching your fame escape relevance. We all in a room, but here's the elephant. You chasing a feature out of your element. And those lab diamonds under inspection. The question marks block your blessings. There's no tombstones in the desert. I know by now you get the message. Uncle said, nigga, you must be sick. All you talk about is just get rich. Choke my neck, nigga, and ice my bitch. Beat the system with chains and whips. It don't take much to put two and two. Your lucky streak is now losing you. Money's dried up like a cuticle. You're gasping for air now. It's beautiful. John 10:10, that's my usual. Mamas is falling out in funerals. And bombing blows, they now viewing you. They never find the guns, but the sewers do. Bubbles was sick, he need medicine. Brought him back to life, now he's dead again. Richard don't make watches for presidents. Just a million trapped between skeletons. This the darkest that I ever been. The diamonds make you taste peppermint. You ain't driving the snow like it's the revenant. And send orders back down to keep shoveling. Uncle said, nigga, you must be sick. All you talk about is just get rich. Choke my neck, nigga, and ice my bitch. Beat the system with chains and whips.
You know we get caught when you look side to side like what the they say. And they ain't the Lord's voice, and then you realize that the government is talking to you.
I'm not the candidate to vibe with. I don't fuck with the kumbaya shit. All that talent must be God sent. I send your ass back to the cosmics. The things I seen under my eyelids. Kaleidoscope dreams, murder and sirens. Let's be clear, hip-hop died again. Half of my profits may go to Rakim. How many Judases that let me down? But fuck it, the West minds me right now. Therapy showed me how to open up. It also showed me how I don't give a fuck. The two-time Gemini with the genocide. I'm generous, however you want it. I'll be the gentle kind. Gentlemen and gangsters connect. The agenda of mine. Move niggas up out of here. This shit get gentrified. Heavy jeans like Genovese. I drop your Pentagon and show up at your gender reveal. And tell them, give me mine. I son niggas, I am the general. Wear my gin and juice. Every song in the book of Genesis. Let the sonics boom. Niggas want the T on me. Well, here's the ginger boo. I generate residuals, bitch. Get off my genitals. They say I couldn't reach Gen Z. You fucking dickheads. You must be full of that ginseng. Here comes the jinx, yeah. They genetics been synthetic. Screaming they genius. That's a finger wave. They all fall. Niggas is jinka. God gave me life. A good year full of free will. Truck car, tell me not to spare your life.
You know we get caught when you look side to side like what the they say. And they ain't the Lord's voice, and then you realize that the government is talking to you.
Appreciate everybody that's rocking out. You already know. Again, those in the shadows, hit that like button. For those that missed the conversation, you could definitely catch this replay.
I'm trying to put you in the worst mood. P1 cleaner than your church shoes. Really going to just to hurt you. All red lamb just to tease you. None of these toys on lease to. Made your whole year and your week too. Main bitch out of your league too. Side bitch out of your league too. House the ones you need a centerpiece. 20 racks to take a call from Ebony. Cut that iron into skinny pieces. Now she feel it with a face smile on my baby. They talking money, need a hearing aid. They talking money, I don't see a shade. Switch on my side, I take any lane. Switch on my car, if I kill any pain. Look what you done. I'm a motherfucking star boy. Look what you done. I'm a motherfucking star boy. Every day a nigga try to test me, Every day a nigga try to end me, Pull up in the roadster, FBI. Pockets overweight, Let a nigga bracket, legend of the fall, took a year like a bandit. Bought my mama a crib and a brand new wagon. Now she hit the grocery shop looking lavish. Star Trek groove and I rate the con. Girls get loose when they hear the song. 100 on the dash, get me close to God. We don't pray for love, we just pray for cause. House of ones, you need a centerpiece. 20 racks of table come from ebony. Cut that ever into skinny pieces. Then she clean up with her face, but I love my baby. You talking money, need a hearing aid. You talking about me, I don't see a shade. Switch on my side, I take any lane. Switch on my car if I kill anything. Look what you done. I'm a motherfucking starter. Look what you done. I'm a motherfucking starter. Look what you done. I'm a motherfucking starter. Look what you done.
Remix.
Sexy motherfucker, you the baddest one. Gave you all my love, that shit in that night. We should get away somewhere and run it up. I'm trying to fall in love. Need you to bring all of your friends and let's fuck it up. I know you ain't been touched now. I know you ain't the only one. Need you to bring all of your friends and let's fuck it up. I know you ain't been touched now. I know you ain't the only one. See you with your friends, you got her. Brand new bitch, you got her. Nigga blowing up your phone, you ain't thinking about it. She just wanna turn up with her girls, get the stress off. And I just wanna take her to the room, get that dress off. Even though I'm in a good mood, I fuck you like I'm pissed off. And don't give me no attitude, you gon' make my dick soft. Cause she wanna fuck me cause her lit long. Yeah, cause she wanna fuck me cause her rich long. We can link after the club, I got her pinned down. Suck it till I shoot it, come so fast, I made her get down. She got no ass and no titties, she a 10 now. She got no ass and no titties, she a 10 now. Sexy motherfucker. Sexy motherfucker, you the baddest one. Gave you all my love, that shit in that night. We should get away somewhere and run it up. I'm trying to fall in love. She got no ass and no titties, she a 10 now. She got no ass and no titties, she a 10 now. Sexy motherfucker.
You know I got your back, baby. We ain't gotta talk about it. Your booty sticking out. They gotta walk around and take my queen to king of diamonds. PJ, I swiftly climbing. It ain't no seat assignment. Goes all wake up on the island. I'll bring a friend so y'all can fuck it up. Us did a couple trips. I bought a couple zips. I brought some Molly and some shrooms. You think we flew here? Oh, we gon' really trip. Pussy on fingertips. Yeah, I'ma kiss them lips. I'm talking both on 'em. I told her right it did. And I'm the chauffeur. I hit it from the side, then I make a pull up. Pussy too wet for me to fuck you on my sofa. Mess it up.
Sexy, sexy motherfucker, you the baddest one, baby. Gave you all my love, that shit in that night. It's been a while, we should get away somewhere and run it up. I'm trying to fall in love. Need you to bring all of your friends and let's fuck it up. Fuck it up, fuck it up. You ain't been touched now. I know you ain't the only one.
Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on. I'm about to get upset right now. Hold on. Hold on. If y'all in the chat dancing, I don't see not a damn thing going on. I haven't seen not a message or anything move since. What the hell? Hold on 1 second. Hold on. 'Cause I know It ain't just that damn quiet. Somebody do me a favor and type in the chat if you still in here. Something is not computing right, man. For those who might still be in the chat, if you're dancing, for those who might have just came in the chat and I'm not aware of it, I don't know what the hell going on, but there's no way, and I mean no fucking way. Yeah, we gonna have that talk tomorrow too about technology for real. Why, to some degree, it's not the best thing, because look at what the hell we going through now. I appreciate you for letting me know that, because I would have just thought the conversation ended right there with the last person that came in the chat. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'll figure out what the hell going on. I hope I don't gotta end this live and start another one again. I refuse to do so. That's why I say, to some degree, you gotta change this up. For real. Not saying technology is a bad thing, but to some degree it's starting to become a pest now. Give me 1 second, y'all. And that's the crazy part. I can see that my time is still moving, but I can't see nobody in the chat dancing. What kind of shit is this? Hold on. 1 second. I don't understand this. Hold on. Oh, that's why. Breeze, what's going on? Latanya, baby. My bad, y'all. Marlene, baby. I had to reset something on this. Why? Just Jay, baby. Who else popped up in here? Riders, baby. I apologize, y'all. Don't think I was... Jared, what's going on, my guy? My apologies, y'all. Oh, shit. The last message that I seen, Angela said something to Bronze, and that was it. I just had to refresh everything. So, again, for those who might have just came in, don't think I'm ignoring y'all. I'm not. I just didn't realize that this yeah, I really don't like this shit right now. I really don't. My bad, y'all. I don't like this. I gotta get used to this too, because I didn't think this was gonna be the problem. But I appreciate y'all all for still rocking out. My bad, y'all. I didn't mean to interrupt the program, but damn, I done missed out on everybody who did pop in. For those who are still popping in, I appreciate y'all. I don't know why I had to refresh the chat. I ain't never have to do that, but just for that bullshit now. Okay. I got y'all.
Drop D coming, 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 drop D coming,
And again, apologies, y'all. Damn, man, I'm tired of this shit.
I like mine with a tank top blowing, smoking no kush, pretty white tee showing. Looking fly, new whip, I'm waiting, got the coke Maserati, you can slide up in it. A bad ass if you all kind of places, he gon' spend it all like the cash in the basement. Clip up with a throw their faces, got a bill on me, the no laces. No pennies on to keep them staring, so Gucci, no.
Oh, I know.
On the ground while I'm that you hack my account, I'ma show off this tattoo. Even if you the
God damn it.
You say you got the money, well I'm ready to go. Let me get the cash flow, you keep on the low.
This chat not coming, chat not coming, chat not coming, chat not coming, chat not coming. Shit, got me tight right now. But appreciate everybody that did pop in. My bad, y'all. Chat disappearing, chat disappearing, chat disappearing, chat disappearing. Yeah, I'm about to be on one. Don't mind me. Internet bugging, internet bugging, internet bugging, YouTube bugging, YouTube bugging, YouTube bugging. Shit, getting on my damn nerve now. Damn. Damn, man. YouTube bugging, YouTube bugging. Niggas be smoking, niggas be smoking, niggas be smoking, niggas be smoking. Got me my bad, y'all. And for those that tuned in, don't think I was ignoring you, for real. My bad. First time I had to refresh anything in a minute. Let me go back in these crates real quick. Just a little bit. I see you out here, serious, baby. Hey, I see you, Didi, baby.
Yeah. Hey, love, I wanna hold you and talk to you. Put my arm around your shoulder and walk with you. Be that one that'll share be my word to you. I know that nigga don't be doing what he's supposed to do. I got much more to give than homie do. And you so fine, I just wanna roll with you. You a queen bitch, you need a king close to you. You need a nigga like Peter, just flow with you. And I gotta try, cause anything's possible. And you just might see things the way I do. I just wanna get next to you, friends with you, burn hundreds, wake up in the bed with you. I love when you walk, how that body move. On my mouth from just being honest, boo. I will pay for airtime just to vibe with you. Kisses and hugs until the next time you swing through. Wanna kiss, wanna touch, never teasing you. Oh, baby, 'cause I only wanna be with you. Girl, you know, you need, I got it. You gotta shop, it's free, I got it. Anything that you want, I got it. You need that, it's me. I want you in the worst way, and I ain't thirsty or nothing. But when I see something, boo, I go hard for the one, hit myself. I'ma take you out to eat and kill any misconception that you got a mob deep. Throw that bug in your ear. And it's about time, cause a nigga like me been wanting you for years. Bump heads here and there, but never got the chance. Best of those who wait. Once I get up in the pants, ain't no 1 minute man. Supposed to be with him, but it changed those plans. Anything you got to do, lie or screw. Must be out his monkey ass mind. How the hell he getting tired of you? Let me light that fire that your body desire. Get you back to being sexy, single free like mine. Cause I treat them right. You know how I rock it wherever you at. Girl, I'm on the next flight. Wanna kiss, wanna touch, never teasing you, baby. Come on, 'cause I only wanna be with you. And you know, anything that you need, I got it. $1,000,000 shop is free, I got it. Anything that you want, I got it. You know, ask me, baby. Sit back, I got this, baby girl, you straight. For sure, rest assured, you in the arms of strength. Baby, I die for my loved ones, make no mistake. I'm not that man, I keep my gun on bait. That it's a cold world, your man don't understand your pain. And I know you getting tired of the same old same. He expect to keep you locked with that 5 cap break. Let's cop that old real wild 112 cent.
I see you out here getting the DD, baby. I appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking out. And again, my bad, y'all. This is the first time I ever had to refresh a chat. I ain't never had this issue before. But now I know when it get too quiet, I know something is wrong. But yeah, I didn't forget about y'all. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm playing this right. Troop, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you. You're just in time for the music in the fuckery. Remix. Some of y'all get up and go wash your ass. Ain't no way your ass ain't getting cash. Girl, take your ass outside and run in.
She's a runner, she's a track star. She gon' run away when it gets hard. She can't take the pain, she can't get scarred. She hurt anyone that gets involved. Don't wanna commit by taking this far. She gon' do the race, just not this one. Love is a game you used to cheer for. When I was down to talk, you weren't here for. She's a liar, she's a capper. She do anything for the black card.
And for those who might be late to the show, y'all can definitely catch this replay for that good conversation. Oh, I'll be back tomorrow definitely with that great conversation. Be on one.
Show me that side, that crazy you. Get the back and all of your bags. Give me the racks with all of them tags. I'll be a thing down the back. Damn girl, you fat. She's a runner, she's a track star. She gon' run away when it gets hard. She can't take the pain, she can't get scarred. She hurt anyone that gets involved. Don't wanna commit by taking this far. She gon' do the race, just not this one. Love is a game you used to cheer for. When I was down to talk, you weren't here for.
I say all you want from me. Don't take my love for granted, cause you know it can get ugly. She's a runner, she's a track.
I see you, Didi, baby.
Don't run away when it get hard. I hear that. You ain't never had a case done. I'm aware that. He ain't never tell you thank you. Why you wear that? You should get a new race for. I'm sorry when you tell me it's convenient. You know I got the Glock up in the bikini. Grant a couple wishes like a king. She gon' keep on running back if she got access. Got my dick hard like it's hard to be a black man. I cut her off and put my feelings in a trash can. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I guess all this love was just too much love.
She's a runner, she's a track star. She gon' run away when it gets hard. She can't take the pain, she can't get scarred. She hurt anyone that gets involved. Don't wanna commit by taking this far. She gon' do the race, just not this one. Love is a game you used to cheer for. When I was down to talk, you weren't here for. You,
Baby, stop running. Grab on your waist, that's gonna make you stop running. Diamonds on my jean and vice versa, and you look at me like you want something. Don't keep it low, keep it one. Speaking of
I see you serious, baby.
here, I gave you the wrong one on purpose, but this one is working fine. Hit my line. Call me whenever you want some me. 646-992-7453.
I'm from the jungle, but I'm not a cheater. Bitch, I'm in my bag, now it's study season. I'ma set it off if a nigga creep up. She gon' take the charge like it's a misdemeanor. I was mad.
fly shit, yeah, I know. You can hold me down and be more than my hoe. Stop acting like you love me when you really don't know.
I appreciate y'all for still rocking out. I ain't forget about you though.
I'm on the stage right now, singing your favorite song. Look in the crowd, you know where to be from as they sing along. I say you look good without no makeup, no lashes, even better when you wake up. I see the look on your face, I see you hiding the hate. I see you looking for someone to scoop you right off your feet. You wanna ride in the race, you wanna go out on dates, you want somebody to come bring you flowers. Someone to talk for hours, wash your back while y'all sit in the shower. Someone to tell you you're beautiful, someone to tell you.
See you out here getting it. I see you, DD baby.
Say I love you every day and don't got a reason. You want someone to bring you peace, someone to help you sleep, someone to pick you up when you're feeling down, feeling lonely. Somebody who can make it better. Somebody who can open up those gates. Open up those gates to your heart. Only if you're ready. I'm on the stage right now, singing your favorite song. Look in the crowd, you know where to be from as they sing along. I say you look good without no makeup, no lashes, even better when you wake up. I see the look on your face, I see you looking for peace. I see you tired of the hurt, tired of the pain, tired of the nights where you can't get no sleep. I see you tired thinking about if you cheat, see you tired thinking about if you're leaving, see you tired of being so tired. You're damn sure ain't getting even. Somebody who can make it better. Somebody who can open up those gates. Open up those gates to your heart. Only
I see you out here serious, baby. Hey.
I'm on the stage right now, singing your favorite song. Look in the crowd, you know where to be from as they sing along. I say you look good without no makeup, no lashes, even better when you wake up.
Oh, don't worry, I got a song for you birthday people this week and the following week. Don't worry, I got something for y'all. I think I gotta bring this back out the crate just a little bit. I see you out here getting this serious, baby. For all y'all celebrating birthdays today, tomorrow, and the rest of this week and the weekend, we got you.
Sitting here on your birthday, didn't even know your first name. See your cups going empty.
Can I get that coffee tonight?
Sitting here on your birthday, but it seems like the worst day. Let me make you feel okay.
Can I get this coffee tonight?
I don't know your plans, I don't know where you're going. All that I know is
See you right here, DD baby. Hey.
I like the way you stand.
And do your coffee. You know it. The motor off.
Come show me. Do your little you know it. I like it when you the minute I saw you, you know I looked right into your eyes. I'm mesmerized, can you tell me why? All by yourself in the corner without a ride. Let me take you there, I'll be your friend.
I didn't know that, damn it. Oh, I'm fine. I'll replay it. I didn't know you walked away. I'm trying to make sure I can see the chat again. 'Cause apparently, I didn't know y'all was all in here still. I got you. Hold on.
I love it when you dance, dance, dance. Come show me. Dance, dance, dance. Do your little dance, dance, dance. You know where to dance, dance, dance. I like it when you dance, dance, dance. Dance, dance, dance. And do your little dance, dance, dance.
I did not know that. I apologize.
I love it when you dance, dance.
I'm trying to make sure this chat don't freeze on me again.
Do your little dance, dance. You know where to dance, dance, dance. I like it when you dance, dance, dance.
I ain't gotta relax nothing. You ain't dealing with what I'm dealing with right now. This shit hurt. One more again, y'all.
I'm on the stage right now, singing your favorite song. Look in the crowd, you know where to be from as they sing along. I say you look good without no makeup, no lashes, even better when you wake up. I see the look on your face, I see you hiding it. I see you looking for someone to scoop you right off your feet. You wanna ride in the rain, you wanna go out on dates, you want somebody to come bring you flowers. Someone to talk for hours, wash your back while y'all sit in the shower. Someone to tell you you're beautiful, someone to tell you you mean it, someone to tell you I love you every day, and don't got a reason. You want someone to bring you peace, someone to help you sleep, someone to pick you up when you're feeling down, feeling lonely. Somebody who can make it better, somebody who can open all those gates, open all those gates to your heart. Only if you're ready. I'm on the stage right now, singing your favorite song. Look in the crowd, you know where to be found as they sing along. I say you look good without no makeup, no lashes, even better when you wake up. I see the look on your face, I see you looking for peace. I see you tired of the hurt, tired of the pain, tired of the nights where you can't get no sleep. I see you tired thinking about if you cheat. See you tired thinking about if you're leaving. See you tired of being so tired. You damn sure ain't getting even. Somebody who can make it better. Somebody who can open all those gates. Open all those gates to your heart. Only if you're ready. I'm on the stage right now, singing your favorite song. Look in the crowd, you know where to be found as they sing along. I say you look good without no makeup, no lashes, even better when you wake up.
You already know, baby. I see y'all here getting in my bad, y'all.
Just go with it, 'cause
see you, Didi. I see you, serious, baby. Hold on a second. Who the hell am I, son, motherfucker? I got a couple songs left for y'all, and I gotta get up out of here. I think I'm gonna have to reset my phone again, y'all.
Just like mine, favorite, you're my favorite. It's like all the girls around me don't have faces in the city and gold. Life is just a game, but I'm not playing. He's so replaceable.
See y'all here getting 8.
Feel it, baby, feel it in your soul. Are you ready? I know your heart's been telling you you belong to me. I know it's alright. I'm the dangerous. When you're mine, I'll be dangerous. Glory is collectible, just like mine.
I see you, Didi, baby. I see you, serious, baby. Hold on one second. Oh, y'all definitely got to reset something. Like I said, I got a couple songs. Might got 3 more left for y'all. 3 left, and I got to get up out of here, though. But I appreciate y'all for rocking out.
Pistol like buzz, issue with trust. Won't let no one get a piece of your love. Yeah, base it on loyalty, base it on that. I ain't the picture perfect type, but I'm making it up. You say you want a bad flip it, I can't get enough. I'm with your number when I'm with you, I'm bitter as fuck. Forbidden food on apple juice, can I sip on the cup? Mix it with some 1942 and I'm eating you up. You chosen, fuck it up when you bust wide open. It's the ocean, I'm just imposing that you give it to me and just me only. Yeah, girl, you chosen. Fuck it up when you bust wide open. It's the ocean, I'm just imposing that you give it to me and just me only.
Cause you chosen, sound is NDA, no you can't bring no phones in. We walk in and they're like, what's all that commotion? No, he can't step up foot in here if we don't know him. Treat you special, girl, I hit you with the roses. Can't say your boyfriend into control it. You get along better with me. Fuck it up when you bust wide open.
Girl, you chosen. Fuck it up when you bust wide open. It's the ocean, I'm just imposing that you give it to me and just me only. Yeah, girl, you chosen. Fuck it up when you bust wide open. It's the ocean, I'm just imposing that you give it to me and just me only.
I fuck with her. Yeah, brand new rollie got you frozen. 2 more shots, got that pussy wide open. Said she wanna go another round, don't provoke her. Shorty up and down on the pole like she voting. I like when you talk that shit to me. Bitches ain't nothing new, but you know how to do it to me. Ass up, face down, we gon' make a little movie. On the rapper, you the groupie, got her wetter than jacuzzi. She love me like Lucy. I'm a dog like Snoopy. Getting head in the sheets and you sweating out your weed. Rich nigga, I ain't cheap when I like what I see.
Girl, you chosen. Fuck it up when you bust wide open. It's the ocean, I'm just imposing that you give it to me and just me only. Yeah, girl, you chosen. Fuck it up when you bust wide open. It's the ocean, I'm just imposing that you give it to me and just me only.
Remix.
Even though I live my life on the road, doesn't mean I don't have time for you. Plenty I've tried, almost came close, but none of them compare to you. So let's live our life more than one night. Promise if I could, I'd do it twice to say. Put on my pause, press play. Hold on, I got more. I know my life can get so crazy, but as long as you're right here, none of the gossip, nothing can stop us. I wanna love you with no fears. We can do this thing together. Close your eyes and take my hand. Cause what we have is something special, baby. Let's just take our chance.
See y'all ain't getting it. Hey.
Last week I was in Paris with friends. Only thing that was missing was you. Who would've thought we would be married by now? We've been true ever since high school. Let's live our life, dancing all night. You are where you should be. I want this for life. What you say? Put on my pause, press play. I know my life can get so crazy, but as long as you're right here, none of the gossip, nothing can stop us. I wanna love you with no fears. We can do this thing together. Close your eyes and take my hand. Cause what we have is something special, baby. Let's just take our chance. Don't be shy, don't be scared. Get up. I won't jump, I don't care. Get up. Baby, move your hips. Get up. Been waiting so long for a feeling like that. Your life can get so crazy, but as long as you're right here, none of the gossip, nothing can stop us. I wanna love you with no fears. We can do this thing together. Close your eyes and take my hand. Cause what we have is something special, baby. Let's just take our chance.
Remix.
Wait, she on my bar, she wanna get mixy. Like, fuck that baby move sissy. I feel like, wait, now I need me a million. Like, fuck that baby, get busy. Shorty a treat, but she really get tricky. I party like Woody, keep running the city. Got hoes out in Jersey, got hoes out in Philly, got hoes in Korea. Like, Tisa, I'm silly. Bobby, I need me a Whitney. I'm in the section, the Betty said Whitney. I drink too much liquor, I'm way more than tips. I'm always in Philly, got hoes in the bitty. Niggas be capping, they carry no citrus. I'ma still be that nigga by 50. Loving bitches, that's where it get tricky. I can't love on these hoes, I be busy. My life is not regular, more than cop 50. Believe it or not, I got hot car Ripley's. I'm wearing a rubber, I won't hit it icky. I bust on the face, now the shit she is sticky. Damn, get jiggy. 1, 2 step in the box, get jiggy. Damn, get jiggy. 1, 2 step in the box, get jiggy. Nigga, I'm different, I'm not like the rest. I was a rookie, but now I'm a vet. Ask about beaches, I took a correct. Sam's and shit, better talk with your chest. Stucker came home, I'm not paying for sex. In Jersey and New York, I feel like a net. This ain't no parlay, I hit like a bet. Y'all counted me out, I can never forget. Like what? I'm not the 3 or the 2, I'm the what? BBL booty, I pay for her butt. So whatever she make, I'm gonna need me a cut. Shawty like Cardi, it's up and it's stuck. Hit from the back, I might go to the front. She got a booty, I'm rubbing her butt. Like, baby girl, I want a butt. Like, get jiggy. 1, 2 step in the box, 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 get jiggy.
I see you out here serious, baby. I see you, dude. Hey. I got 2 more for y'all, and I gotta get up out of here for real. I gotta reset this phone for real. Everything coming in slow now. I see. Shit. Oh no. Oh no. About to throw this phone out the window. Yeah. 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 This phone is working my nerves. I'm about to start acting absurd.
Shitting on all you little turds. Can't take that dick, wait your turn. In my own, I became merged. So with no hands you can learn. Let's see how much you can earn. Why me go big like the worm? And I ain't smoking no shirt. I'm in the BVP little. QP.
Don't encourage the madness, Didi. I'm really about to toss this shit out the window. You know.
I'ma get down to the gritty, then fuck up the city, the home of the villains. Ecstasy, wonderful feeling. Smoke out the pound, no chillin'. Trappin', I made me a killer. Look, I got everybody wishing. I hope you play your position. I don't want nobody listening. I see the whole precision. Give us my only decision.
Fuck you mean? I'm about to throw this phone out the window. Yeah. Technology fly like a bird. Yeah. Technology is absurd. About to flip this shit like a bird. Yeah. No. Remix.
Got an attitude, what you better say, so I ain't mad at you. Ain't telling to what I gotta do to be having you. I'm in the avenue, top 5 since the end of savage school. And your ass fat, know you eat your rice and your cabbage stool. She is savage too, I'm a savage too, it's compatible. She was told practice how to cut her off, got a battle boo. I ain't chicken to the end, if I'm my brother, I ain't.
See you out here serious, baby. Hey.
Fucking in the kitchen, we ain't even make it to the dressing room. I met her in the tree, so she's something different and she tatted too. And she in the business with this bitch is different and she nasty too. Yeah, my body different when I'm off, yeah, I'm my animal. And her body different, I'ma eat on that bitch like I'm Hannibal. I'm an edible, I get active too, I'ma eat that pussy like an edible.
For sure. I'm about to break this phone and remix everything. For sure.
That pussy be perfect when you win it, I feel like it's grabbing you. For sure.
For sure.
I don't ain't mad at you, but I had to do what I had to do. For sure. She got an attitude when she selling niggas like she mad at you. For sure.
Got an attitude, but I'm feeling lit, so I ain't mad at you. And I'm tired too, and it's better too, I'm your baddest boo. So what you about to do? Top 1 Betty in the Johnny move. And my ass fat, cause I eat my oats and my vegetables. And my pussy fat, and it's creamy oats, it's like animals. I'm a baddie, so I know them other bitches ain't impressing you. And I've been a baddie since a younger nigga, this ain't nothing new. Why these niggas in my face, all because I'm rich and my money blue. I don't care what niggas say, cause I'm really paid, I'm untouchable. Making bitches wanna hate, she see me and she get uncomfortable. Make a nigga wanna play, say I'm pretty and sexy, I'm munchable. I don't wanna rush with you, better crush on you when I bust on you. Nigga got me in the mood, you don't fuck with me, it ain't for no. And I brought a baddie too, she already ooh, giving Betty boo. I ain't gonna leave my boo, nigga, watch you throw, I was feeling you. For sure.
She wanna do like I was a flu. For sure. Pussy so good, I never done you. For sure. You met at the race car, another W.
For sure. I see you serious, baby.
For sure.
Got an attitude, this motherfucking phone is acting up, dude.
Ain't telling to what I gotta do to be having you. I'm in the avenue, top 5, 60, and a savage soul. And your ass fat, know you eat your rice and your cabbage stool. She is savage too, I'm a savage too, it's compatible. She was told practice how to cut her off, got a battle boo. I ain't chicken to the end, if I'm my brother, I ain't mad at you.
Fucking in the kitchen, we ain't even make it to the bathroom. Mary in the trenches, switches looking different and she tatted too.
Damn it, my brain rewinding again. Hold on, y'all. Shit. My brain is rewinding again, for real.
You feel the vibe is contagious. Look in your eyes, feel it's dangerous. Grateful I had all the patience. I know you going through some changes. You taking pictures, know your angles. Ooh, no, it ain't perfect, but we damn close. Ooh, you give me something I can pay for. No angel, but you got a halo. When it's nights like this, I really wanna be right here. I really wanna take you there. When it's nights like this, I really wanna be right here. I really wanna take you there. It was nights like this, feeling right like this. I never really spent no time like this. The second time at the crib, knowing I might not hit. You said what I look like my bitch. Yeah. Looking in your eyes, shit is dangerous. The pussy wet, I call it angel dust. I done put so many diamond chains on you, they get tangled up. I never felt like this is strange as fuck. Got your ex nigga calling, but he can't do much. Cause you with the kid now, LMA pulled up. And all you gotta do is call and watch that Ray pull up. Under the stars, since they throwing all the shit on us. Facts.
I see you, GD baby. I see you, serious baby.
Look in your eyes, shit is dangerous. Grateful I had all the patience. I know you going through some changes. You taking pictures, know your angles. Ooh, no, we ain't perfect, but we down close. Ooh, you give me
Oh, I see somebody tuck back one of their likes. Oh well.
You feel a vibe, I'm deep inside, yeah. You fucking me, I let you ride, yeah. At first you curve me, I let you slide there. Your hips so curvy, you let me slide there. Oh, and it was over once I flipped you over. Relation go or we come through just like Beyonce over. This the Hermes money, this ain't no fashion over. You said your ex had you depressed and I'm just glad that's over. Cause now you rockin' with a real one. And when I'm in it, you be maxing on a million. And when I hit it back to back, you make me still come. I know them bitches hating on you, we gon' kill them. That's facts. You feel the vibe is contagious. Look in your eyes, shit is dangerous. Grateful I had all the patience. I know you going through some changes. You taking pictures, know your angles. Ooh, no, we ain't perfect, but we down close. Ooh, you give me something I can pay for. That's what it's like loving. Hey, you know you bad, bad. You know I live in these youngins that try to attach back. You from the project, but so exotic. Just give me all of that pussy, so many options. Now you got me hot, all these different arms. Why you being soft? You know that I want you. You really been working, you deserve a virgin. Girl, you so contagious, then that's just so dangerous. You feel the vibe is contagious. Look in your eyes, shit is dangerous. Grateful I had all the patience. I know you going through some changes. You taking pictures, know your angles. Ooh, no, we ain't perfect, but we down close. Ooh, you give me something I can pay for. That's what it's like loving you.
I appreciate y'all for rocking out. Last song of the night. I see some of y'all running around. Appreciate everybody that tuned in. For those that might be late to the show, catch the remix, catch the replay, catch both. I'll be back tomorrow with the conversation. Well, that's a big fact, series, you know. I know I just looked at 23 and now it said 22. See, you gotta get an A. Shoot it, lock it down, fade away.
Shoot it, lock it down, fade away. Fade it up the woo-ha, no fade it up the woo-ha. Bustin' up the track, in the coupe doing laps. Got me a Dominican mommy, full of paper all gummy. Rag on sight, split star off the hype. Ain't got no time to fall in love, ain't no time to fall in love.
Appreciate you, serious, baby.
Money all I ever love, Gary Payton with the glove, O.J. Simpson with the glove. Guilty pleasure.
It said 22 on my end. What the hell going on, man? Yeah, I'm gonna reset my phone after this.
Got my niggas on the jacks, surfing through the bitch, bust it up. Diamonds on me, flooded, bust down. Ever since she let me bust it up, she been wanting me to cuff now. Shoot it, lock it down, fade away. Shoot it, lock it down, fade away. It's all bust it like an AK. It's all bust it like an AK. It's all bust it, flip more. It's all bust it, flip more. It's all bust it.
And then now, look, I just got that little thing at the bottom of my chat. That means they're gonna try to cut me off soon. I know.
Shorty just make it clap. All the homies got a 30 up. My warriors got a curry up. Some foreign when I'm stirring up. If they coming, better hurry up. Wrist game, I'ma stir it up. To the white McFlurry of it. Wicked D's, I'm loving it. Super bad, make loving it. Slide up in it with the oven, man. Now she calling out my government. Freddy Krueger with the glove. Michael Jackson with the glove. Keep it lit and get the money. I do both of the above. I've been jugging since flip phones. Been rocking like Flintstones. Doing numbers in my zip code. Squad with it on flip mode.
Yeah, this shit tweaking today, but yeah.
Bust that. A big butt and a smile. I know they told me never trust that, but I shoot it, lock it down, fade away. Shoot it, lock it down, fade away. It's all bust it like an AK. It's all bust it like an AK. It's all bust it, flip more. It's all bust it, flip more. It's all bust it like an AK. Shoot it, lock it down, fade away. Shoot it, lock it down, fade away. Yeah, go ahead with it, baby, bust that open at the roof. Yeah, how brand new, give it to you. Now she acting brand new, flip more. I got a new bitch, flip more. All the money I get, flip more. You don't move like this, hell no. My whole team need a sample. What you want? Just tell me what you want, babe. What you doing? Let's just start with 4K. When I perform, you shake and make the bed break until the morning. Your lips turn me on, babe. Smoke one with me, let's get faded. If the shower's heated up, still wide awake. I don't even know. She said she got a man at home. I love her anyway. And if that nigga say he love you like he do, where you wear it rain. Shoot it, lock it down, fade away. Shoot it, lock it down, fade away. So bust it like an AK. So bust it like an AK. So bust it, flip more. So bust it, flip more. So bust it like an AK. Shoot it, lock it down, fade away. Shoot it, lock it down, fade away.
I appreciate everybody that rocked out. Commander, baby, you gotta catch this replay, baby. I'm about to get up out of here and reset this damn phone. Apparently everything coming in slow, but I appreciate everybody that rocked out. Appreciate everybody that tuned in for the music and the conversation. Tomorrow I will be on stream, y'all. We're gonna revisit this topic of conversation definitely tomorrow. I will set the time, and when the link is pinned, y'all already know, pop in for the conversation. Again, for those celebrating birthdays, hopefully y'all keep yourselves safe. Enjoy every moment of your birthday. Another year, another blessing. No stressing. I'll definitely be back tomorrow. Could be afternoon, or it could be an evening one, depending. We shall see how this pans out. But when that link is pinned, y'all more than welcome to chime in on the convo. So let me get up out of here and reset this piece of shit phone before I get mad. For those that have been in the shadows, for those who have been an inspirational part of this growth, I appreciate every last one of y'all. Appreciate y'all for becoming a part of the build, still becoming a part of the build, and yes, we still going to keep having these topics of conversation. The goal is for specific change. So Even if it just starts through a conversation, so be it. But yeah, let me get my ass up out of here. Don't laugh serious, 'cause this ain't funny. Bad enough I ain't know half of the people came into the chat to show love. Now I don't even know who the hell. All right, now I see 23. This shit getting on my nerve. Let me get up out of here. If y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to the replay game. Shout out to the Shadow Mafia and the Shadow Babies. Y'all know what it is, baby. And for everybody that was in attendance today, y'all already know that love is love, and it'll be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All I can do is give you real. And that's all I'm going to do is give you real topics and real bills. And I'll see some of y'all running around these streets later. Y'all enjoy the rest of your afternoons, evenings. And for you future babies, I still need my lottery numbers for tomorrow today, damn it. I will be looking for you. Y'all stay safe. Keep that third eye open. Until the next live, we out of here. Peace and blessings.